wanted to do was a master class where it was kind of a blend of Iron Chef or improv comedy or whatever, but we wanted to do it in a way where we've got to solve problems live. We've got to figure out what we're doing live. And the reality is, because of the time constraints and because of this format, we have to work in a non-linear fashion, and we figured what better way to show off the strengths of XSI in an actual production.
Production Challenge is a masterclass unlike any other. It's actually designed by artists for artists. It's a training experience that no other company offers. We brought together 4 of the leading XSI artists in the world, and they came together, and they don't work together on a regular basis. These 4 artists came together and basically took a drawing from scratch and went to a final shot in one day, in 12 hours. What's amazing about the Production Challenge is a true opportunity for new users or existing users to really get a glimpse at the workflow of these 4 XSI masters. It was a beautiful event, and it was a lot of fun.
The Production Challenge is one of my favorite things actually at Siggraph, because it's the thing where you really get to see real production artists doing real work. Most of the day, most of the rest of the week is going to be looking at stuff that's been pre-packaged, pre-built. Everything is all tidy and nifty and everything else. That's not what production looks like. What people get to see when they're doing this is they get to see this is what production looks like. It either comes out or it doesn't. There's a risk that it isn't going to come out. And we didn't get completely to the end by the end of the day. But the content in it of real-world artists solving real-world problems is probably some of the most valuable training anybody in here is going to get for the rest of the year.
Yeah, so here at the Production Challenge, I hope to kind of answer a lot of questions on how like the pipeline works of like the development of a product through production, because it's one thing to go to college and kind of sit there and learn the fundamentals and the basis of everything, but there's a lot of questions I have on how all those different pieces come together. And so I'm hoping here at the Production Challenge that they actually kind of go through and they kind of fill in all the in-betweens of all the fundamental stuff that I've learned at college.
So this is my first time at the Production Challenge, and I really came here looking to get more information and see the production pipeline and workflow and interaction between all the different departments of working with XSI. And it's been really informative so far. It's been really fun. I'm a 3D modeler myself.
During the Production Challenge, when the presenters needed any extra work done, they asked the audience to participate, and Brad Gabe asked me if I'd like to do a star field. So I said, sure, you know, I'll do a star field. And so we had some workstations to the side, and with XSI 7 on it and ice, and I whipped up a quick star field using some image sequences and some stars just glowing and twinkling in the background. Transferred it over to the main workstations where the presenters were working and integrated into a scene.
So the Production Challenge was back again this year. In fact, we can call it more a production masterclass, seeing the gurus being able to actually take a full production in one day. That was great to see. And also, I think what was interesting sometimes is not just how stuff gets done, but how stuff doesn't get done. You know, when you hit a wall and then, oh, okay, back off from that and then try another avenue. And I think that's what production is all about anyway, hitting these walls. And it was great to see the guys pulling together, and it was actually great to see the final result.
Great to be here working with Softimage. It's absolutely imperative for us to work with our software partners as we examine how the workstations fit into that workflow. A lot of subsystems involved in creating a workstation, processing, graphics throughput, I/O transfer. To see people actually using our product with that software, we get a better idea of how we can help optimize that system for these folks going forward.
Some of the big differences from this year compared to last year, I think the level of quality in terms of what was done in that short time frame got ratcheted up a significant amount. We had a larger crowd, more interesting work. ICE really shined at the Production Challenge. You know, our message about how people can do more quickly, more creatively. I mean, it showed through this year and what people were able to do in one day at the Production Challenge with V7 and with ICE.
The same team from last year coming back. They used the new technology ICE, which is a visual programming language or setup. And Bradley Gabe did some really cool effects within a short amount of time, and probably like 15 to 20 minutes he had a good effect of some particles coming off of a spaceship crashing into a moon. And also the team was working with the nonlinear workflow again, and it allowed them to toss assets back and forth and keep animating while they were still building the rig, and it was so impressive, and it was a lot better than last year, so I was really happy with the presentation this year.
I expect to take from this a lot of good information on how to further use XSI, use things I'm not really aware of, or how I can use. And with ICE coming, is going to be a lot more to get as much experience or much information about before I leave here. This is a real good venue for that.